Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much?
Really, Furina? You stole my thunder. Okay, we are back in Genshin Impact. Like I said, the only thing I've done is I went ahead and warped to the area where this is supposed to be taking place to cut down on at least
This is
one.
tough going. Delphi, are you sure you can manage in your
Condition? One scene at least. Oh, look!
I think this journey wasn't tough enough already without a roadblock.
Don't worry.
Right?
We should all be fine with the traveler here. We don't need to take a detour.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. We have two Hydro
Wait,
characters.
Why are you all looking at me? You're not seriously expecting me to fight, are you?
We're
She doesn't
just
have a
curious,
vision.
that's all. I don't think anyone's ever seen Furina in a fight before.
Yeah, but don't you remember why? The Hydro Archon willingly gave up all her power so it could be converted into
Could be.
Indemnitium. Miss Furina said so herself.
Precisely. And I'm not even the Hydro Archon anymore, so all my power is gone anyway. As much as it pains me, unfortunately, I should just stay put. I'm more like a damsel in distress more than anything.
That sounded so smug. Secondhand embarrassment is unbearable.
C'est la vie.
C'est la vie indeed. Alas, I am forced to watch on helplessly as a more brave and seasoned adventurer than I swoops in to save the day.
Please let me
Aw,
change characters.
Too bad. I was so pumped to feast my eyes on fight mode Furina.
Sorry to
Okay.
leave all the heavy lifting to you.
Don't worry, piece of cake.
Please let me not have to. Ah! It's like, wait a second. All right, they're ice, so I need fire,
Prepare to be amazed.
lightning.
All right, amuse me.
Okay,
Are a must for the well-mannered.
okay. Oh. There we go. No thanks. Ow!
Step right up.
Right now, right here.
Hee hee. Hee 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 hee. Alrighty. And that one.
Now disappear.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Right now, right here. I'm always watching. Come on out.
Bravo! Good
There we go.
show. You certainly live up to your reputation.
Yeah, thank you. Anyway, the path is cleared now, so onwards and upwards.
Where are we going? You're not kidding on the upwards part, huh? Hey, can you not tear apart my couch? There we go.
Vilma, are you there?
Huh? Oh, it's you
I
guys.
think you'd be able to see.
What's Lady Furina doing here?
I can explain.
Sassy.
We've been rounding up the whole troop. We now have everyone except you.
Yay, the exposition
You
is
think
cut
knowing
out.
The truth about the director's disappearance
Excuse me.
will help you write an ending to the script that pleases everyone.
Maybe. Oh!
I care just as much about making Little Furina a success.
Aw.
That's why I wanted to wait until after the show. If I open this can of worms now, I just don't want to make things difficult between us. We're supposed to be a unit when we're on stage.
Fiamma,
He
avoiding the truth will
definitely
not
knows
help
something.
anyone. Unless
Or
you
at
mean
least
to
he thinks he
suggest
knows
that
something.
Aureli's death had something to do with you.
I don't want to talk about it.
Listen, Fiamma. I used to think that my love for Aurelie was a point of shame. I never brought it
Why?
up to anyone.
You should never be ashamed
But
of
now,
who you
I've made
love
up my mind to put it
and
all
care
on the
about.
table. I'm prepared to face everything, to sacrifice everything for the sake of the show. The little Oceanid cannot be complete unless we do justice to Aurelie on an emotional level.
Okay.
This is why people think of you as not being the smart one.
Whoops.
As you all know already, the troupe was kept afloat not from ticket sales, but donations from the audience.
I was wondering
Of course,
about
that was nowhere near enough. We took on side jobs when we weren't performing, but even then, the troupe's financial situation was pretty dire. So, anyway,
Okay.
one day after a show, a merchant came to me and offered us a huge sponsorship. In return, we just had to provide the audience with their drinks during performances. It seemed like a win-win.
Okay.
So, I said yes to it on the spot without consulting the director.
Okay.
It was only when the merchant came to deliver the goods that I realized the drink in question was...
The fudge?
Isn't that the drink peddled by the culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
Why the was... That's kind of a bold move.
I freaked out when I saw the
No
boxes.
kidding.
And I told the director everything right away. She was completely shocked as well. She didn't reprimand me for making the decision without consulting her. Instead, she contacted the merchant and stated that
Yeah,
the troupe
she
could
was
not agree to
definitely
this
getting them out
collaboration.
of their
The merchant
out of
was
reach.
furious, berated us for going back on our word, and threatened to sue us for damages. The amount was astronomical. There was no way we'd be able to pay.
That's why.
I was going to sort it on my own, but the director stopped me. She said that this was an issue for the whole troupe, and it wasn't my fault.
I mean, it really kind of wasn't. Except you.
Things
The only
only got
thing you
worse
could have
from
done
there.
different was
The
ask
synth
what the
merchant
drink
just wouldn't let
was.
up, and suddenly, the director told us all to leave the city one day. I knew then that things must have reached a boiling point. I admit this whole thing was my mistake. I didn't dare to tell any of you the truth back then, and after the director disappeared, I was even more afraid to say anything.
You brought the director to the attention of
Yeah,
the dealers.
I got Aurelie killed. There, I said it. Happy now?
No,
Hey, don't say
it's
that.
not like.
You traitor!
Oh, good grief!
You knew Aurelie was in danger. Why in God's name didn't you tell us? What do you mean? You were afraid. This was a life and death situation. We could have saved her. How could you be so stupid?
Please, try not to get too worked up.
Yeah, listen to him. You need to stay calm.
Stay calm? How can I stay calm? This guy got Aurelie murdered. She was the
Wow,
love of my
okay.
life. And he has the gall to try and high-road us, claiming that he kept his mouth shut for the sake of the show. How about taking some responsibility for what he's done?
All I can say is I'm sorry. Truly. I wanted to apologize to everyone in the
Wow.
troupe.
I hope I don't get in trouble for that.
That won't bring
In
back
there.
the director. What good is my apology now? I'm just a coward who made an awful, terrible mistake that I can never take back. Beat me up if you want. Kill me if you prefer. It's what I deserve.
Okay, calm
my
down,
life.
my dude.
So I can meet the director and apologize to her in person.
Oh.
Get out of my sight. Go, get lost. I don't ever want
Oh,
to
good
see
grief.
your
How's-
face again.
Enough! You've screamed and shouted at each other for long enough. Now pipe down, both of you! Can you stop conflating the show on stage with your real-life relationships in the troupe? You keep saying that you want to use this final performance to pay tribute to your director and celebrate her life. How can you do that if you're just using it as an excuse to vent your own emotions?
Called out.
You're right.
I'm sorry.
On stage, the lead role is the focal point of the audience's attention. And you're all used to seeing the director as the heart of the troupe. But in her own life, her greatest desire wasn't to be the center of attention. I can tell how much she loved you all, and how much she loved the troupe. What she wanted was to build a warm home for all of her brothers and sisters. To shield you all from the storms that rage in the world outside. That's how you should remember her. And that's what you should be celebrating. I understand why you're trying to make her the hero of the story, but isn't she your hero already? After everything she did for you?
Yeah.
So think hard about what that means. And then think again about what you hope to achieve by arguing with each other.
This is
If
so
you really
heavy.
hate each other and can't reconcile your differences, then you could just call it quits now. Why bother with the final performance if the group is already fractured? But you can't bring yourself to do that, can you? You care too much about Director O'Reilly and the home she built you all to let go. What are you laughing at? I don't see what's so funny.
You probably remind her
Sorry, I
of
didn't mean
the
it that way.
director.
It's just that, for a moment there, it felt like our director was back with us again.
Called it.
If she'd seen Paulo and Vilmont at each other's throats like that, she would have scolded them exactly like you did, in that same stern voice.
Really? But she sounded like such a gentle person.
Of course she was.
You can be gentle
Even
and
her
firm at the
harshest
same
lectures
time.
came from a place of kindness, and it showed. She really was a truly outstanding person.
What you said, it really puts everything into perspective.
I'm truly sorry. I really meant for this to be a genuine apology, but I ended up making it all about me and my self-pity.
It's all right. Let's save all this for after the performance.
So, the ending. What are we gonna do about it?
Clearly, everyone needs to take a step back for now and reflect on what really matters. When emotions are running high, things get lost in the fray. The end of the story needs to focus back on O'Reilly herself. She's the true star of the show.
It might actually be possible to find out more about her fate.
What do you mean?
The Traveler is right. You once investigated that underwater synth base and recovered items belonging to the victims. If you could find anything that O'Reilly left behind, perhaps we can get a better sense of what she went through in her final days.
You really think that's possible?
I trust that nobody would object to the ending of the story being based on O'Reilly's true feelings.
No.
Well, we'll leave this in your capable hands.
Come, let's pay a visit to the Palais Mermonia. The rest of you, head back to the rehearsal location for now, and wait for our good news.
Yay. Okay. Another near 10 minutes. Okay. Sorry, I'm very distracted by Pepper deciding he's going to sit very delicately on a pillow. On a, well, throw pillow. It's always seems to be nighttime in my game. No matter if I'm recording or not. It's like, good grief. Do 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 do. Mana. Nyum. Eat.
You want to review some recovered items connected to victims of the serial disappearances case? But, that case has been closed for quite a while now.
Yeah.
Still, since you were the ones who discovered and submitted the evidence in the first place, you don't actually have to submit an application.
Well, that's interesting.
Okay, please hold on. I'll have someone dig them out.
So, this is all O'Reilly left behind. Just whatever she was carrying on her person and this tattered old notebook.
Hey! It's full of script lines! And sketches too!
Aww.
Looks like they show where the different props should be placed on stage.
Excuse me.
Let me take a look. Maybe there's something in here
Hey,
from after she was
baby.
kidnapped. Aha! I found something.
Oh.
To whoever discovers this diary. Let's see. Looks like she kept a detailed record of her captor's actions. She even mentions the truth behind the experiments on dissolving young women.
Good
If we'd
grief. How
had
long
the
did they
chance
keep
to
her?
examine this notebook carefully back then, it would have been a conclusive piece of evidence proving Vacher's guilt.
Vacher took so many lives. It's still so unthinkable how many victims he had.
Good
I
grief.
guess
No
O'Reilly
kidding.
must have written all of this down in the hope that her records
Hi,
would one day be of use
Papaya.
to investigators.
Hey, sweet girl.
Wait, it cuts off.
Is something wrong?
Her handwriting here gets patchier and more illegible by the line. She probably didn't have much strength left. Her final words are... I'll let you read them for yourselves.
Oh dear. Someone else was taken. Someone tried to escape yesterday but was caught. She hasn't been seen since. Was that yesterday? Maybe not. I've long since lost track of time. Sorry, I don't know if writing this is of any use, or how much longer I can do it for. I can already see my fate approaching, but what terrifies me even more is the thought of seeing others from the troop here. Have I truly protected them? Sorry, I'm so sorry. I can write no more. I think I have a fever and my old stomach troubles have returned, but nobody has given me any medicine. I suppose I am more fortunate than Creasy. The pain keeps her awake all night. I suppose they think that anything goes so long as the experimental subjects can be used up before they die. It's so damp here. I have given her my blanket. So cold, so cold, so cold. As long as one persists, all things will pass. There will be a reward for hard work. I like to tell them such things, but it is I who am losing my grip. If anyone sees this, troop, safe, I, them, important, please, farewell, apologize, life, perform, future, regret, Cleo. Page is an absolute mess, and the writer's pen seemed to have wandered its surface at random. Only some words can be made out, and barely at that. From this page onwards, the diary stops to be replaced with lyrics from musicals. Some are in the form of newspaper clippings. Others are handwritten with many crossings out and changes. It's apparent that the pages have been referenced often, and that this was the personal notebook of artistic director O'Reilly.
She was so terrified.
She watched a girl get dissolved right in front of her and had to wait for her own death in
She
silence.
may have been a mighty hero in the
Dang,
eyes of
this
her
has gotten
troop,
dark.
but at the end of the day, she was only human.
Between
I can't
Risley
bear to think
admitting
how
to
painful and lonely her
actually
final days
killing
must have
somebody,
been.
unaliving somebody, whatever.
Wait, this part on the last page sounds strangely familiar.
The lyrics continue, however, one page has been torn out, folded up and placed next to the last blank page. At the bottom is a folded note of 2 more lines Aurelia has written in handwriting much more legible than before, but it seems that they took her both great effort and a great deal of time. If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want? Because I am an older sister to them. I love them. Aww.
If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Isn't that the most important line in the little Oceanid?
One of them.
Because I am an older sister to them.
Oh.
So she didn't regret her decision. Even as she sat in silence, waiting for death to come. I'm sure this is what the troop would have hoped to hear as well. She had their utmost trust, admiration, and love. And she truly deserved it.
Oof.
Let's go. It's time for them to learn Director O'Reilly's final thoughts.
This is very wordy, but still. What? Why is everything? Okay. Not quite as much action as we're used to, but to be fair, the main character can't actually fight. Technically. Wait, what sword do I have on her? Oh. Yeah, because I know I don't have her sword. Woo. Yeah, I'm surprised I have as many 5-star weapons as I do. I'm gonna be honest. Aww. Wow. That music did not fit with that line.
She deserves a hero's farewell. If that's the only way to convey to the audience the courage and selflessness that she showed in the face of death, then it's a meaningful way to end the story.
Even in the last moments of her life,
Aww.
she was still leaving a trail for others to follow.
She did her best to protect as many people as possible, even if it meant sacrificing herself. We know what choice our little Oceanian would have made now. I don't think any more discussion is necessary. Well, Vilmont, if we put the past aside for now, do you think you can bring yourself to go ahead with the show?
I will channel all my regret and put it into my performance to make this a show worthy of our director. I won't ask for your forgiveness, and you don't need to worry about my feelings. This final farewell show should be about Director O'Reilly and her alone.
Aww.
Then it seems like we've reached a consensus. I have a feeling that this will turn out to be the most mesmerizing performance of your lives.
Really? How can you be so sure when you've never even seen them perform before?
Don't underestimate my experience. After watching a countless number of musicals, I've learned one important thing.
Oh.
If you want to move the audience with your music, you must fully commit and immerse yourself in your role.
Fair.
Pouring all your emotion into your performance. And aren't human emotions, love, hate, regret, and hope, just the most mesmerizing things in this world? I don't believe anybody could be more committed to bringing this story to life on the stage than they are now.
Fair.
Thank you for the vote of confidence, Miss Furina. And thank you for supporting us through all this.
Aww.
Then, let's not delay things any longer. We need to discuss the details of the ending and get it nailed down once and for all.
Actually, before that, I'd like to make a proposal. During
Oh?
the curtain call, please allow me to use the director's name instead of my own.
But then,
After all, this role was originally meant to be played by the director. I'm just
Wow.
filling in for her. Besides, a role commemorating her life should be associated with her name.
Well, if you're sure you're okay with that, I have no
That's a
objection to
little
it.
odd. You could, like...
Now we're talking like a serious acting troupe. All right, I'll leave you to fine-tune your musical while I go.
That's a little bit of
procure
a
a stage.
weird request, but still.
Procure a stage?
oh,
Oh?
it's okay. Our usual place doesn't need a reservation.
I
That
think
place?
she's thinking a
Oh,
little
don't
bigger.
Be silly. For an extraordinary show, we need an extraordinary stage. By which I, of course, mean the
Knew
opera
that
at
was
the
coming.
Palace.
I knew that was coming.
What?
Aww.
No. That's never going to work. It's far too fancy for the likes of us.
What are you afraid of? Surely you don't think that Aurelie's story is unworthy of the grandest stage in Fontaine.
Mm.
No, though that's not what I meant.
It is supposed to be your grand finale, right?
Go big or go home.
I have no problem with it then. How about the rest of you?
Gotta learn to project, that's for certain. Because good grief.
I'll take your silence as a yes.
Oh.
Thank you for giving us
Okay,
this
then.
opportunity. It really is a dream come true.
Well, then don't disappoint me.
They're like, how do we say no
If you
to being
mess us
given
up,
this
it'll
kind of
reflect
a
poorly on me too.
freaking opportunity?
Come on. We'll need to get the go-ahead from Nervilette. I know just where to find him.
Well, either the Palais Mermodia or the Opera Epiclese. So,
During the final scene, maybe we should stop the music just before Cleo takes the stage? First Miss Furina, now the Opera
Excuse me.
Epiclese? If only the director was still with us.
Hey, come on. There's no point in dwelling on that now. We have a lot of work to do.
Yeah,
quite a bit, yes.
you're right. Now's not the time to get all melancholy.
Their poor props guy is probably like, what?
Best of luck to you.
Thanks. To be fair, they are quite busy. All right. Is that the... Okay, yeah. It is the Palais Mermonia. I love how I can say it right now and then you ask me it like in a week or so and I'm gonna be like, nope, can't. Nope. Oh my goodness. Why? Everything's so tall. Yeet.
A good newspaper should be a lighthouse of truth.
Well, she's not that much taller. Then he's only the same height because of his hat. Oh my goodness. Okay. Almost there. I love the fact that in Fontaine that's a different stamina bar. Do. Up. Yes, I know I'm being dumb and deciding not to teleport, but it seems like I'm in teleport screens all day. Oh, behind the pillar. Hello.
Hey, look at that. Looks like I guessed right.
You were just guessing?
Damn it. Where else do you think he'd
I knew you'd
be at
be
this
here.
time of day?
I'm here merely for a short break. It has been a while, Miss Furina. And you too, traveler in Paimon. What can I assist you with today?
I would like to book the Opera Epiclese for an event. You see...
exposition. I can't get
I
over the
understand.
fact that Ray Chase voiced
The
Nervalette.
process for booking local epiclairs is complex and can be somewhat cumbersome. But given that the request is coming from the three of you, I see
Aw,
no reason to make things
he actually
unduly
includes
difficult.
Paimon.
The story of the little Oceanid is most fascinating. I'm looking forward to seeing it performed on stage. I will say, however, that I am surprised to see your passion for the performing arts rekindled after all that has happened.
No kidding.
What do you mean? Do I look excited?
Yes, and this is the first time that I've seen you like this since your departure from deityhood.
At first, I just felt bad about rejecting them. So I wanted to learn a little bit more about their situation. But one thing led to another, and... well, here we are. In the past, we sat in our high chairs in the court, giving our opinions on isolated cases, all while knowing very little about the human stories behind each and every one. Maybe it's because I finally become an ordinary person and gained my freedom, but I've developed a great sense of curiosity about their lives.
Ouch.
I'm truly
Sorry, I
delighted to see you
keep
finding
saying
release
ow
in
because
life.
I've been on my feet all day and
Now
my
that you've
ankle is
regained some
like,
confidence,
excuse
have you
the
had any
heck out of
thoughts
me?
regarding a return
Out of
to the
you?
stage?
Whatever.
Why would you suddenly ask a question like that?
Well, if the little Oceanid turns out to be a great success, it will no doubt become a classic. Many theater companies are certain to add it to their repertoire. The experiences and decisions of the protagonist, Cleo, are all modeled after your own. Naturally, this makes you eminently suited to playing the leading role. It would truly be a shame if you did not take this opportunity to allow audiences to enjoy your outstanding acting
Oh
talents
wow,
once
that's
more.
some
Haven't I already made myself clear? I won't act or perform in any
ardent
role ever again.
endorsement.
No exceptions. Nor do I think it is any great shame. There is no lack of fine actors or inspirational stories, either on or off the stage. This experience is a case in point. I feel like I've learned a lot, and it has already been well worth the price of admission. I must admit, though, I'm a little envious. They're quite fortunate to be able to bid farewell to their past in such a magnificent manner.
I see. Well, I'm glad to learn that you have found a role to play that you enjoy, be it on the stage or not. I sincerely hope the show will serve as the grandest of finales. I will have my staff book the date and mail the relevant paperwork to the troupe once the details are confirmed.
Aww,
Thanks, Nervalette.
how
You
nice.
are very welcome.
Earnest endorsement was the words I was looking
Many
for.
people were once enthralled
Wait, did I
by
say
Lady
that?
Furina's
I don't remember.
performances. I hope that one day she'll be able to understand that our appreciation was
Did not mean to
always
hit X.
sincere.
I don't think she quite gets that right now. Kind of feel like she thinks everyone thinks she's a bother. Hence why I feel like I'm called out, because it's like, oh dear. Whee! And let go. I did not mean to cling to the door like Spider-Man there.
Good news, everyone. It's done. The Opera Epiclese is booked. Thanks to my eloquent and impassioned speech, Monsieur Nervalette was moved to provide us with a fitting stage for this special performance. We've had to fight every step of the way for this opportunity.
Sure.
But we now have all of the ingredients necessary to stage a truly spectacular performance. A touching story, a magnificent venue, and last but not least, a passionate and dedicated cast.
Aww.
Now, let's work together and make this show the best it can be.
This is truly wonderful.
The sooner we can finalize
Excuse
the ending,
me.
the more time we'll have to rehearse. Fiamma and
Very
I just went
true.
over some parts of the script and tweaked a few things. I think it's really going to resonate with the audience now.
Aww.
Wow, you two had a constructive conversation?
Communication is vital to any good performance.
True. Very true.
Look at us. We've come so far. I never could
Aw.
have pictured this scene a few days ago.
It's amazing. Even though Furina's still being a bit of a drama queen about it all, she's really fired everyone up.
I am really looking forward to the final production.
Please feel free to give us any comments or suggestions you have. We really value your input.
Aw.
Hey, Loic, get over here. Time to practice the opening number.
Aw. Mm-mm. This is really cool, actually, like the scenes like this.
Cursed Cleo. She
Oh,
stole
dear.
the waters of life from us.
Yes.
She's a fraud, and she must pay for her crimes.
This has nothing to do
Wow.
with her.
That's
The
some
ignorance and hatred of our people is to
amazing
blame.
set pieces, too.
How can we hope to win back the water's favor if we don't change our ways?
This guy could be useful. Take him hostage. If Cleo wants him back, she'll have to show herself.
Leave this place, oh little Oceanid, and never, ever look back!
Wow, I feel like I'm not doing very much. I was expecting more interaction.
Everyone's really throwing themselves into their roles. I haven't seen such a fine performance in a long time.
Aw.
If only.
What should we do? It's almost time for her to take the stage.
What's...
Why?
Oh,
Why does it have to
no.
be now?
Hey, what's going on? You're due on stage any second now.
Flare
Oh,
up.
no, not again. But why? What about your new meds? Did they stop working?
They've been getting
Oh,
less and
no.
less effective over time. I've had to keep increasing my dose.
What? I thought they cure it. So they were only managing your symptoms?
Yeah, she did say it
I
was
figured
incurable.
Whatever it took to get me through this final performance.
How could you do this to
good
yourself?
grief.
And after that lecture you gave me about not looking after my health,
I'm
I
sorry.
mean, she's got a point.
I've let
Or he's got a
everyone
point.
down.
you... This is a conversation for another time. How can the show go on without its star performer?
Miss Furina, I'd like to make a request of you.
Say no more. If you're sick, you need to rest. I know what you're going to ask. Loic, your character has no more scenes, correct?
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I think my scenes are all done. Although, I do have one more line. But I guess another guy in the troupe with a similar voice register could take it. Why?
Please take Delphi back to her place to rest. I'll sing the finale.
Oh.
From the sublime to the ridiculous. After all that, everything's come full circle.
Thank you, Miss Furina. I'm so sorry to put you in this position after everything you said.
Aww.
Never mind. What's done is done. It's really my own fault for getting in too deep.
At least she knows it.
No one likes regrets, myself included. Leave it to me. I've watched you rehearse so many times that I've learned Cleo's part by heart.
I do not doubt your acting skills, but please allow me to ask just one more question. After all, this show is dedicated to the life and legacy of our director. What, in
Okay.
your opinion, is the reason Cleo shines so brightly?
It's her pure heart.
Hmm.
Despite all the pain and loneliness she had to endure, she never once stopped believing in the beauty in this world.
Aw.
Well said.
Ah! My controller. Just ran away from
I
me.
leave Director O'Reilly in your hands.
Is she going to change costume, or is she just going to go out? Okay, she's just going to go out there as she is. Good to know. Oh. Oh, that is cool. Whole different feel.
Is she here yet?
Let's get here.
Oh, good grief.
She's not coming!
You're wrong. She's here.
Aww. Oh, this is the one that people were putting on YouTube. Okay. Wow.
But what about your wish?
My wish.
Aww.
If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness.
Oh.
Is this truly what you want?
It really, really was very symbolic of her own struggles as the Archon. Oh, wow. Okay. The fudge? Kind of an awkward place to focus.
Is it just me? Or was that Lady Furina on the stage just now?
She hasn't been seen for a while now, and she just appears out of nowhere? I gotta say, though, her acting skills are as superb as ever.
The little Oceanid, Cleo, played by Aurélie Fumont.
Wait, that's not her name. What's going on?
I don't know, maybe it's just a doppelganger.
I've spent a lot of time out of the spotlight, and they didn't use my name during the curtain call either. Hopefully, not too many people recognized me.
Oh yeah, no, not
It's
at
too
all.
bad that
It's
I
not
had
like
to
you're
break the one
wearing the
clear rule
frickin'
I'd
same
managed to make
outfit.
for myself, even if I had no choice. Still, I have to admit that, despite everything, it felt good to be back on the stage again.
Aww.
Finally, we would like to give a special thanks to our artistic consultant and event
Oh, dear.
coordinator, Miss Furina.
Well, now they definitely know it's you.
Not what we agreed on.
Oh, so it was Furina after all.
She's back.
Honestly, what is he doing? He should have run that by me
I mean, yeah,
first.
kinda. If you had stayed out of the spotlight,
All right,
it wouldn't have
calm
been
down,
too
don't be
bad.
mad. This was a group decision. We just didn't want your contributions to go unacknowledged.
Excuse me.
After all, It's been the rule in Fontaine since ancient times that everyone's work, visible
Aw.
or invisible, is equally deserving of recognition.
Yes, I know the rule, but
Aw.
it should still be applied on a case-by-case basis. I wasn't ready for this yet.
It's no big deal. What's the worst that could happen?
At most, you might be asked to sign a few autographs
Yeah?
later.
Well, since you think it's so easy, you can
Okay.
sign them for me.
This is a great chat and all, but can we talk about that crazy thing that happened during the show? Paimon a heart attack. Paimon flew over to where she was supposed to be and was about to drop the prop vision, and then suddenly, a real one popped out of thin air.
Oh.
That. I've got no idea what happened there either. But hey, it worked pretty well, didn't it? I'll bet the audience has never seen such a realistic prop.
Wait,
No
what about
kidding.
Dolphy? I wonder how she's doing.
Aww.
Let's go check on her as soon as we finish clearing the stage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Plus,
Good.
she'll definitely want to hear how the end of the show went. If nothing else,
Hey,
we
you
can
got
safely
something to
say
tell
that we
her.
accomplished what we set out to do.
Aww. No kidding. Okay.
I thought Cleo's actress sang very well. Why did they swap her out at the end?
I don't know. Maybe that's just how it was scripted.
Illness will do that. This guy also?
Did anyone
Oh.
see where Miss Furina went?
Oh, good
I
grief.
want to get her autograph, but I can't find her anywhere.
Oh my goodness. Hold on. I want to. Excuse me. I didn't think I'd hit anything. There she is.
There are still so many.
I just want to see if anybody can be read here. Does not look like it. Okay. Run, 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 run. Open sesame. Okay. Yeah. Leave. All right. Oh, that's a ways away. Hold up. I am not running that far. That is way too far. Especially since I'm kind of on a timer. Yeet. Open sesame. Okay. Oh, is that why they have a bed in there?
Ah, you're back. She's doing okay. Her condition stabilized after taking some of her original medication.
Ah.
From experience, though, I'd say she still needs a few more days of rest.
How did the performance go? Was it a success? Did the audience like it?
You'll be glad to know it was fantastic. Also, you're not gonna believe what happened while Furina was on the stage. You'll probably be able to read all about it in the Steambird first thing tomorrow morning.
That's wonderful. I'm so sorry I failed to see it through to the end. I guess I was wrong to try and tough it out to begin with.
Don't worry about it. Like they told me after announcing my name during the curtain call, everyone's work deserves recognition. Even though you couldn't see it through to the final scene, the audience was very impressed by your performance. It's safe to say that you made your mark on this memorial show.
Well, one way or another, we did it.
Very much so.
I've had bad luck ever since I was born. so I never expect things to go smoothly in life. I'm just happy to know that we went out on a high note.
Life
That's all that
hardly
matters.
goes.
Blaming your bad luck again, are we? Maybe if you didn't push yourself past your limits so much, your illness wouldn't be flaring up all the time.
Oh, don't you start. I don't have the energy to argue with you right now.
Aw, you two clearly care a lot about each other.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean,
Typical
we never stopped arguing
siblings.
with each other.
Oh, that is so typical of siblings.
So, any plans for the next step? After the brilliant performance you put on, the reputation of your troupe is sure to spread through Fontaine like wildfire. You won't have to disband if you don't want to. You could capitalize on the rave reviews and license out the Little Oceanid to the bigger theater troupes out there. That would do wonders for your financial situation.
No, we should still disband.
Yeah, it's what we all agreed to.
After all that's happened, I should give you guys some space.
Aww.
Maybe our paths will cross again one day.
Hey, don't just walk off!
I still want to keep performing, so I might join another troupe.
Aww.
After watching Miss Furina's performance, I think I'm starting to understand our director's infatuation with musicals.
You should do it. It suits you. I'd originally hoped to keep performing too, but I don't know if my health will allow me to.
Oh, so now you finally got your priorities in order. I guess I'll hold off until you've properly recovered as well. What about you, Miss Furina? Any future plans?
Well, frankly, I think a return to obscurity is
Yeah,
no
definitely
longer an
not,
option.
honey.
I'm sure a slew of consultancy requests will hound me wherever I go, until I finally acquiesce. You rather sealed my fate there with your special thanks at the end of the show.
Sorry.
But
It's
hey,
quite all
she'll
right.
get
No
some
need to
socialization out of it
apologize.
at least.
What I meant to say is that this whole experience has shown me that perhaps I'm not as averse to a return to the stage as I previously imagined. Maybe Nervilette was right.
Aww.
Maybe Cleo is the right role for me. I still don't wish to pretend to be someone else, but I do have a desire to express myself. So, maybe the show will go on for me after all.
Well, there's no need to draw lines in the sand.
There was once a time when I was an actress in a masquerade, seeking only to hide the truth. But from now on, I want to spend my time learning real stories about real people and how they touch the lives of others around them. I want to watch them blossom and wither, see them refined on the page, retold on the stage, and remembered long into the future. I'm sure this is what captivated director O'Reilly as well.
Sounds like you're ready to stop running from your true calling. The more you get out into the world, the more you'll discover what a fascinating place it is.
Next time I'll invite you to join me.
Then it's a deal. If a vision is a gift from the gods, then I should do my best to honor it.
Well, I'd say that one's probably not from... Whoa, that's kind of freaky. Furina doubles.
It's ironic to think that in my whole time as a god, I could only ever dream of receiving this kind of power. And now that the gods have given me their blessing, it actually feels more like I'm finally able to take my fate in my own hands. Is that how humans feel about it as well?
I don't know. I don't have one.
I'm
I
just
can't
finishing
believe that
packing
was
up.
the end.
As soon as
I
I'm
was
done,
totally
I've got an
expecting
interview
something
with
to go
Steamboat
wrong.
get to. Thanks to all your help, the show was more perfect than we ever could have hoped for. But most of all, I want to thank you for giving me the chance to finally say farewell to Aurelie.
Aww.
Now that the buzz is worn off, I feel ready to pass out.
I bet.
Thank you so much. I feel like I've rekindled the passion I had when I first joined the troupe. It might turn out to be too little, too late for me. But still, this has been the experience of a lifetime.
Alright, one last conversation. Not you.
I mean,
You
of
guys.
course I have some regrets, but
There'll be plenty of opportunities in the future for us to tell the stories that we want on stage.
Very true. I was like, can I leave, please? Couldn't find the door. Alright. So, was that actually that? Oh, that was the end. Okay. Well, that was Furina's story quest then. Wow. Wasn't expecting that. Oh, look. Now I can finally unlock that one. Nice. Oh. Whoops. Anyways, I will see you guys.
Being too popular.
Shush. I will see you guys next time. We will be back in Final Fantasy VII. And continuing on from there, I think we're working on the wall market. Remembered. I was like, I know what it is, but I can't seem to pull the name out of my head. Anyways, I will see you guys next time. This has been Yuffie of Yuffie and Selby Productions, and I hope you enjoyed. You have a good one.